J'espère que vous allez très bien aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler de l'imparfait or the imperfect tense. This is a past tense that is actually quite simple. The most complex thing is trying to determine between the imperfect and the simple past, and that takes a long time. So I want you to focus on what's taught here, what you do understand about it, and as the differences arise, we will go over those little by little. But it does take some time, so don't stress. So let's talk about the formulation first and foremost, simply because it is so super easy. You find the new form of the verb, remove the O and S, and add the stem. So yeah, you have to know the new form of the verb because you have to be able to remove the O and S. And remember that the new form of the verb is going to change, especially going to change with something like an IR verb because it's not going to be choisi, it's going to be choisissent. So just remember the new form of the verb, drop the O and S and add the ending. So this is an ER verb, the verb parler. P-A-R-L-O-N-S, we drop the O and S off here. And we have je parlais, tu parlais, il parlait, nous parlions, vous parliez, il or elle parlait. Now that AIS, AIS, AIT, AIENT, which is commonly referred to as the boot, anything that doesn't include the nu and the vous form, it has the same pronunciation, exact same sound. Et, 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 et. Je parlais, tu parlais, il parlait, and elle parlait. Okay, e sound. The ion in ier, gotta hear that ion and have to hear that ier in there. Okay, nous parlions, vous parliez. So, again, here's just some examples. Regardez, we found the new form, nous regardons, nous choisissons, nous rendons. The stem therefore becomes regarde, choisissent, and rend. So, je regardais, tu rendais, elle choisissait. Nous choisissions. Nous choisissions. Vous regardiez. Il rendait. All right, when there's a GA, just remember, we've looked at this before with the manger and the nager. Whenever there's a G and an A or a G and an O, you need to add an E to it to keep the soft sound. So, je mangeais, tu mangeais, il mangeait, elle mangeait. So in the boot, you are going to have that extra E there because of that soft sound. And you already know that. Let's look at some irregulars, okay? The great news about the imperfect, there is only one irregular verb tense, our stem, I should say, and that is être. So the ET is not even, it's not really even irregular so much because you're still dropping off the RE and you keep the ET. It's just the accent there. So that's it. That's as exciting as it gets. J'étais, tu étais, il était, nous étions, vous étiez, and ils étaient, ils étaient. Nous étions, vous étiez. Okay, so let's say it again. J'étais, tu étais, il était, nous étions, vous étiez, ils étaient. I just want to emphasize that there is no S sound. If you can't make the Z, don't make it at all, because there's a big difference and you can, with a native ear, definitely hear it. Now let's talk about the uses. The formation is super easy. The uses of the imperfect are actually quite simple on a larger scale, and then when you get to the small things, you just start to tear your hair out. So we don't want you tearing your hair out. I just want you to focus on what you know and not on what you don't know. All right, so time, no exceptions. That's great, right? When there's no exceptions. So when I say time, what I mean is 3 o'clock, 10:30, 4 o'clock. It was 4 o'clock is always going to be imperfect. It was 10 o'clock at night, always going to be the imperfect. Ongoing actions, when you were walking, when you were talking, Okay, the was-ing is always going to be the imperfect. Now, translating it literally from what we use the ing for and what they use it for is not 100%, but it is most of the time. Descriptions, physical, mental, emotional. He was unhappy is going to be the imperfect. He was tall is going to be imperfect. He was an intelligent person, imperfect. Habitual actions. When I was 10, I used to do this. Whenever you would use I used to in English, you're going to use the imperfect in French. I used to do this. I used to visit my grandmother every summer when I lived in Peru, for instance. Okay, exemple. That is how you spell example in French. Exemple. Time. Il était 8 heures du matin. Again, the time is a description. Descriptions are always, 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 always the imperfect. It's just sometimes we don't equate what a description is. And this is describing the time of day. So, il était 8 heures du matin. An ongoing action would be something like il mangeait. You notice that little E there between the G and the A. Il mangeait. So they were eating le dîner quand quelqu'un a frappé à la porte. You'll notice that a frappé is the passé composé because that's what stops the action. It's what stops the ongoing action. This is a classic example that people will always give you of the imperfect versus the passé composé. The imperfect, the action was going, and the passé composé stopped that action. Habitual actions, something that was done daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, hourly, in the past tense. Pendant qu'elles habitaient Paris, elles visitaient le même café tous les jours. So while they were living in Paris, they would visit the cafe every day. Notice that would visit, the actual conditional tense, is always the imperfect, and if it's in the past tense. More examples. So here's a physical description. Vous étiez grand. Je portais une robe. I was wearing a dress. Francine et Marie avaient les yeux noirs et les cheveux marrons. Marron is one of those few adjectives that does not have any kind of agreement attached to it for whatever reason. Orange is another one. So these are all describing something physical. Here's something emotional. Tu te sentais heureux. Elles étaient marrantes. They were funny. Il se comportait tristement. He was acting sad. Okay, here's some tips. This, again, isn't always the case, but it's very good. It's a good start. And so here are some English equivalents. As I said, was-ing is always going to be the imperfect. So she was eating, you were laughing, not lounging, but laughing. What you would do, they would go every year to Disneyland, for instance. He could swim very well. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Should. I should have done my homework. And really, the should is going to be more something else, but we'll talk about that later. But give you an example. These are always used in the imperfect, or almost always used in the imperfect. So here's some cue words for the imperfect. De temps en temps, from time to time, I would do this. Toujours, ou tout le temps, always. Toujours, je visitais ma grand-mère. I always visited my grandmother. Indicates a habitual action. Souvent, often, I would do this. Chaque été, semaine, ou en, every summer, every week, every year, habitual actions. Suivant, following. Parfois, sometimes, and des fois, also sometimes, I would do this. Now, the differences in a nutshell, when time is involved, it starts at 3, ended at 4, is definitely going to be the passé composé, okay? Entre 3h et 4h, j'ai bu un bon café. So between 3 and 4 o'clock, I drank a good coffee. When the action stopped and finished and wasn't ongoing, which is just as good as we can do. Whereas the imperfect is always with a specific clock time. At 3 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, or it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, that's always the imperfect. And ongoing actions such as I was eating, descriptions, physical, emotional, and habitual actions. So here are some examples. Elle a chanté à la fête. She sang at the party. Stopped and started. Nous avons visité nos grands-parents une fois. We visited our grandparents one time. Tu es devenu fâché. You became angry. J'ai pleuré. I cried. Okay, you see these are all actions. Whereas on the other side, elle dansait quand sa copine est arrivée. She was dancing when her friend arrived. Notice that the arrived is the passé composé. Je rendais visite tous les étés à mes grands-parents. So I used to visit them every summertime. Il était fâché. He was angry. See the difference between that? Tu es devenu fâché. You became angry. Whereas il était fâché, he was angry. Vous étiez triste. You were sad. Now, être, avoir, vouloir, pouvoir, these are almost always in the imperfect. There are some instances, like if someone had an accident, you would say, il a eu un accident. But if you wanted to describe something, and avoir and être are frequently used to describe, then you would use the imperfect tense. Some other cue words. The passé composé might have hier, a specific time, yesterday, whereas the imperfect is unspecific, de temps en temps. À heure, like à 3 heures, j'ai téléphoné à ma copine. At 3 o'clock, I called my friend. Whereas the imperfect would be toujours, or tout le temps. All the time I would do this, or I used to do this. Une fois, one time, souvent, often. Lundi, Monday, could be any day. Chaque été, chaque indicates each or every. So every summer, every week, every year, as opposed to one specific day. La semaine dernière, so last week. Le week-end passé, last weekend again. L'an dernier, last year, as opposed to following or sometimes, that type of thing. Okay? So these are some cue words, and you'll get used to it as you go along. Au revoir.